The true purpose of meeting your twin flame. A lot of people ask, why? Why would God, or whatever it is, have me meet this person only to take them away? Why would Source bring me and this person together? It's a beautiful connection. We click, everything's great, only to have them take off. And now it's like this big, complicated maze that I have to figure out. You're desperately searching for answers. You are in agony. There's this obsessive thinking. You can't eat. You can't sleep. You cannot function. I was there, guys. And you want answers. Why? Why would anybody do this to me? Why is this happening to me? Is it God? Is it the devil? I don't know. What the fuck? Like, why? Why? It doesn't make any sense, right? It seems like you guys should be together. Well, I'm going to tell you what the purpose of meeting your twin flame is. And when you understand why this is the true purpose of meeting your twin flame, you can get them to stop running for good. So it works kind of the opposite of the way that you would think it would, right? So the first thing that I teach my students in my paid coaching, right, my twin flame coaching, is this is a paradox. Maybe it's the second thing. It's first or second. And the paradox is, can I get my twin flame to stop rejecting me? Can I get them to unblock me? Can I get them to come back? Can we end the running and chasing? Can I be with them? Yes, but you have to actually not be doing anything about them. There's something else that you have to be doing. And if you do that, then your twin flame comes back as a byproduct. That's how this works. It's like the opposite. Because most people would think, you know, I gotta work it out with them. Maybe if I sit down and I have a conversation with them and talk to them and reason with them, or maybe if I work through some of my stuff, maybe I'll be forgiven and they'll come back, or I don't know, something, right? That's not it. You're not doing anything about your twin flame at all. At all. Like, that's the last thing that you would ever do, actually. This works exactly the opposite. And if you do this one thing, your twin flame will come back. You need to embrace your spiritual awakening. This is a spiritual awakening. The purpose of meeting your twin flame is it triggers your forced spiritual awakening. And it starts out very, very painfully. Now, I don't know that this is a great title. So the way that I'm going to try to explain this to you, how this works, what this is, and then of course I'll tell you what to do, because you might be going, well, then what do I do, right? So of course, but before I get to that, you need to understand this first. So I've created kind of a title to explain what kind of an awakening this is, right? And I don't know that it's really literally accurate, but it's figuratively accurate. It just sounded good. And the first time that I ever said it to somebody, it really got the point across, okay? So this is a spiritual awakening. This is a forced spiritual awakening of the fifth kind. This is extraordinary. What is happening to you? Yes, it starts out very painfully. We'll get to that in a second. But this is a forced spiritual awakening of the fifth kind, which means you were selected. I'm serious. And you guys know how I really can't stand the like new agey dogmatic stuff like, oh, we are the chosen ones, or I am a starseed, or whatever, you know, like that stuff. It's really cringy. It leaves a bad taste in people's mouth, and it just sounds, you know, like magical thinking or something. But this is one of those times when I'm going to say, yeah, it is kind of like that, actually. You don't get to decide. You were chosen. I don't know who, God, angels, your higher self, Jesus, I don't fucking know. But for whatever reason, you were picked, guys. That's really how this works. You don't get to decide whether you're going to do this or not. It just happens to you. This is a forced spiritual awakening of the fifth kind. This doesn't just happen. And a lot of it might not make sense to you right now, what I'm saying and why I'm saying this. It'll make sense later, because when you start to get Kundalini stuff, so Kundalini is this energy, metaphysical energy surging through your body, like pulling at you, and your body like gyrates and like moves around uncontrollably as this energy is pulling you around. I know that sounds fucking weird. I don't usually go for stuff like this, but it happened to me, you guys. Okay? And so if you haven't experienced that yet, don't worry. We're going to talk about that. And then the next thing that happens after that, of course, is a whole bunch of psychic gifts, like intense psychic gifts, telepathy, intuition. You just know the future, and it always happens. It always comes true. It's accurate all the time. You're like creating things with your mind. I know this sounds fucking weird. Okay, I get it, but it's real, guys. This is your forced spiritual awakening of the fifth kind. It's way beyond, you don't just decide to do something like this, okay? You don't just, it's not like one of those Buddhist monks that joins an ashram and they meditate all day, every day for their whole life. They don't have any of that shit happen, okay? You were selected for this. Now, if you focus on your awakening instead of your twin flame, not only does your twin flame come back, they stop rejecting you, they want to talk to you suddenly, they'll unblock you, they'll start making love confessions, okay? But also, your life will improve in ways that I can't even explain to you, you guys. And the awakening, the benefits of it are all the old things that no longer serve you, they just fall away. And what I tell my coaching students is sometimes you have to tear down the old piece of shit shack first before the big, beautiful crystal castle can be built in its place. That's why you have the obsessive thinking, the dark night of the soul. In ancient Zen spiritualism, it's called ego death. Dark night of the soul, ego death, same thing. That's what they used to call it. So your body, mind, soul, the mind, ego, personality, the mind, ego, personality, right? It's like your soul is coming in with a jackhammer to break it up into little pieces so that we can wash it away. Okay? Ego death, dark night of the soul. It's horrible. I know, I get it, but it needs to be done. Why this is happening is the soul, which is consciousness. Consciousness is increasing drastically. This is a very drastic, paranormal, and unusual experience that you are going through, and this is absolutely real. And again, you don't just meet somebody, have them break your heart, and then you have Kundalini and all kinds of other weird energetic shit. People report like tingling sensations in their third eye, pain or good feelings in their heart, tingling in their fingers. You will feel like energy pulling you around. You will if you met your twin flame, right? And psychic gifts exploding after the fact, right? That doesn't just happen, okay? Especially as the result of meeting some person that you thought was like a romantic partner, and then they break your heart really bad, break your heart, like you've never freaked out like this after a breakup. You've had other breakups, but this is fucking weird. You've never flipped out like this before over a breakup, ever, right? And then when you come out of it, again, Kundalini, all the weird energy stuff, and then intense psychic abilities. Okay? That doesn't just happen. Okay? Now, here's what to do about it before we run out of time. The first thing you need to do, you need to take all of your focus off your twin flame for a while. You need to completely detox from this person. You need to read this book and learn to meditate. You need to stop worrying about this person for a while, at least a month or two. Read this book and learn to meditate and do it consistently. And I got a better idea. Sign up for my coaching. It's not expensive. It's effective. I answer all of your questions. I've coached over 7,000 twin flames. My twin flame is permanently in my life. I've got a bunch of students that are married to their twin flame, right? Or just try it. Just try the simple things that I've told you to do. Take your focus off your twin flame. Read this, meditate. Do something, guys. Embrace your awakening, not the person. That's the purpose of this. See you later.